Hi, I'm Meg Barnhouse. I'm the Senior Minister of the First Unitarian Universalist Church of Austin. When I was serving a church in another state, two of our Unitarian Universalist youth came in one day and said they were in history class in high school. And their teacher was talking about the Unitarian presidents, and they were talking about how Unitarians had been on the forefront of social change and how one had helped found the NAACP and one had helped found the Red Cross. And he said, it's a shame that there are no Unitarian Universalists still alive today. And they raised their hand in the back of the room and said, we're Unitarian Universalists. So he hadn't known. And why do people not know that the UUs, as we call ourselves, are still here? And that's because we're a shy denomination. We don't like to proselytize. But people need us, and you need to know that we're here, and you need to know who we are. And here's one of the ways that we welcome people on a Sunday morning. We can say something like, whoever you are, whatever body you live in, whoever you love, you're welcome here. Especially those of us who are LGBTQ, we have had feelings of rejection and diminishment in other churches. And it's so wonderful to find a church where you can just stand up and say, I'm gay, and people are hardly even interested. A church that welcomes LGBTQ folks is a church where we can be married to our same-sex partners. It's a church where we can have our children dedicated. It's a church where we can talk freely about our partners and our relationships. It's a church where we're not tolerated, we're celebrated. The Unitarian Universalists believe that in diversity is strength. If you have all one kind of seed in a field, you get one disease and the whole field is wiped out. And so if you have diverse seeds, one little fungus or one little disease is not going to wipe out your whole food supply. And it's like that with people too. If you want to have a rich congregation, and by that I mean deep thinking, many points of view, good experiences with each other, challenging experiences, invitations to think more broadly, you need lots of different kinds of people. And the Unitarian Universalists want to value that. And we aspire to be a denomination that's on the forefront of social justice and on the forefront of inclusion and on the forefront of an invitation to see one another as having inherent worth and dignity. That's one of our 7 principles. And another one is that we support one another in spiritual growth. And another one is that we support one another in free and responsible search for truth and meaning. If you have an idea that maybe you think of God in a really different way from anybody else, no one's going to clutch their pearls and say, oh my God, you can't think that here. We have atheists, we have people who practice a Buddhist practice, we have Zoroastrian folks, we have pagan folks. We've got folks who don't have a spiritual practice yet, but I'm working on them. And so I want you to know that you are welcome here, and that if you come into a Unitarian Universalist church, you will find something that's different from what you've experienced before. We've been around a long time. You haven't heard about us. Like I said, we're shy. We sing a song that goes like this. How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. Come visit.